Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United versus Chelsea match preview. In which I'll be honest with you guys. Tuchel is now the manager of Chelsea. Obviously, last time we played Chelsea was under Lampard, so this is the first time we're ever going to be playing Tuchel. Personal thoughts. I'm going to ask you guys the same thing about your opinions on Tuchel. But before we get into it, before we analyze the game, we will do a combined 11, all those good stuff, score predictions. If you are new, do subscribe, smash a like, all that good stuff. But yeah, boys, Chelsea under Tuchel. From what I've noticed, I haven't really watched the physical game of them yet, but what I've seen is that they don't really blast teams away. They don't really leak as many goals as they used to, and the team selection looks somewhat right. You know, he's not afraid to make substitutions and everything. But other than that, I never ever rated Tuchel. I still don't rate Tuchel. I'm still, however, very concerned about this game because I don't back Oli either. So it's a tricky game. We have a few injury concerns, so there's always that. But yeah, boys, what are your opinion on Tuchel? Obviously, Chelsea now in fifth. They are how many points here?
Four
They
something.
are 6 points behind us. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say we can afford to lose it because ideally I don't want to lose this game. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on Tuchel, his new regime at Chelsea? How do you think is gonna happen in this game? All that stuff.
Yeah, I want us to win this game because I really want us to win this game because we're 9 points clear from Chelsea, and I think that'll be a really healthy position for us this season in terms of securing top four. And yeah, no, it's been a nice start by Tuchel. I've always rated him as a coach. PSG, it was a bit on and off, but I feel like I didn't see enough PSG games, just in the Champions League mostly. But I think what he did at Dortmund, he looked like he tactically was a good coach. And he didn't stay there long, but still, from just him, looked like a decent coach. And yeah, I think so far, in my mind, they look better. And maybe that's an insult to Frank Lampard because he's only been here for a couple of weeks, but they really look better. But I don't know. I can kind of see the plan under Lampard. Sometimes they just look very disjointed. You don't really know what's going on, to be honest. And yeah, I think he could be something special for Chelsea. But so far, nothing mind blowing. Defensively, they're good. They move the ball well. I think that front line, though, I don't know if he's completely figured it out. I think it's something Lampard struggled with as well. And I think because of that, that's why they don't score as much yet. But I think with time, they'll get better. And at this moment in time, am I scared of them? Honestly, I think we can take them. But it'll still be a very difficult game.
Fair.
Yeah.
Clay, your boy, your manager, Tuchel. Talk to us about him.
Yeah. Again, I'm like you, Shoni. I didn't rate this man before going into the Chelsea job. I genuinely didn't think it would be anything great. But I do think he's changed the dressing room atmosphere. He's got the club kind of united.
Yeah, isn't the bounce?
Principles
Chelsea have
right
that
now.
manager bounce.
Yeah, definitely. They have a massive bounce right now, and they're just really adapting very well to his system and his change right now. Because whether his demands is that four back or his five back right now, it's looking really good, looking really sharp. And he's incorporating players like Hudson Odoi, who are actually starting to show the potential again as to why Munich wanted to buy him in the first place. He's starting to show that he is a class youth player again. And under Lampard, we barely saw that. So I think that alone is a good sign of things to come. He's giving players a chance who never really got the chance under Lampard anymore. So, as more or less neutral towards Chelsea, I think it's a great step for them. It looks like they have been rebounded just a bit, but offensively they are definitely still weak, just as they were again with Lampard. They're struggling to create goals, struggling to score them. They've kind of got the idea of what Tuchel wants to implement in this team, but they're not quite finishing it just yet.
Now,
And I think that's going to take some time.
I was gonna actually ask you guys, do you really think it comes down for them obviously not being as great as we think they would be going towards goals? Do you think it's more of the system, or do you actually do think that the Timo Werners, the Hudson Odois, all of those men are just shite?
It's a tricky one. It really is.
Because I seen
And
Werner miss some sitters, like I mean sitters.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the fact that he's playing a five at the back makes me wonder his opinion of the players. I feel like a lot of time when managers do that, it's not that they want to play the system because it's their system, like let's say a Conte, but it's because they're trying to make up for the frailties of the players. And I think it might be that. So I don't know. I don't know if Chelsea did well with their recruitment. I don't know if they just signed big name players, put them together and expected it to work. But so far, it just hasn't clicked yet. Um, like, what's his name again? What's Hazard? Havertz in your guys' opinion?
It's
Like,
a cam. It's supposed
what
to be a cam. Like
is it?
Bruno.
Cam?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know because he played false nine at what's it called again?
Played right wing a
Leverkusen.
lot at Leverkusen as well. So
Yeah.
he's
So
a man of
like,
many positions, to say the least.
what I find weird is like when they bought him, what were they expecting? Did they buy him because the big name, or did they actually know where they're gonna put him in? And on top of that, Pulisic is very injury prone. Ziyech also seems like he gets a lot of injuries. So you just wonder with this team, do they have enough, or because of their mistakes in buying and their injury prone players, will they have to go out and buy more players for this manager? So I
Yeah.
don't know
You
what
know,
I said to them.
must be a nice life after you spend so much already and like we need to buy more players for this man. Must be nice. Can't relate as a United fan, I'll be honest with you. Cannot relate. Be lucky to get one signing as a United fan. But yeah, anyways, that's very interesting.
Personally, I feel like if they could keep Pulisic and Ziyech fit, I think that'd be amazing because the width and the intelligence and the goals they'd bring, I think would be amazing. And I would say just play Werner to the middle with those two next to him, and I think that'd be great. But I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if they can sustain that. So, yeah, we'll see with Chelsea.
Very interesting thing also, I'm looking at the table and both teams' form. In the last 5 games, both United and Chelsea are undefeated. However, United have got 2 wins, 3 draws in that last 5. Chelsea have got 4 wins, 1 draw. And we had the easier fixtures, arguably, you know. We played relegation teams, you know, and we still didn't get all 3 points. So we've left ourselves in this situation where it's like, you know, if we just did our job against the smaller teams, we'd go to the Chelsea game. If we lost it, we'd be like, you know what, it was a hard game. Obviously, it would have been nice to win it, but we have enough points. We've got enough points from the last few games. Now, we're not in that situation. We did drop silly points to shy teams, to be honest, and now we're playing Chelsea. And I know Marcus will do his preview, but Marcus, I want to know what he's done to me psychologically on the side. You know, obviously he hasn't done it on purpose, but psychologically, I'm also very concerned because Marcus is worried, and I wasn't really that worried. But you know, it's more. I'm not worried because I don't know what I'm gonna get. Like I said, usually I watch a lot of football, but I haven't really been paying attention to Chelsea because I just don't watch Chelsea. That I never rate them. You know, I like laughing at Werner, but he might score a hat trick now that I said that. But I don't like watching Tuchel. I didn't like watching Lampard. You know, so I think I'm more just worried because I don't know how good this Chelsea team is, and you know whether or not their defense is so well drilled in now that we really can't score goals, and that's our main threat. And we know defensively, we are shambolic, so anything can happen. Like I said, when you do have those players on paper like Werner's, you know, Hudson-Odoi's, Mason Mount, even I respect Mason Mount, you know, Havertz. I'm worried, guys. I can't lie to you. I am very worried about this game. I'm not saying we're gonna get smashed, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did get smashed.
Yeah, with Ole, I think what we've noticed is that it doesn't matter who we play. Big teams, small teams, it's just up and down and phases and runs. And we were just in the bad run now. I don't know if we're coming out of it because we've won, our last 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. I really hope we have because our results have been very poor. And looking at the game from last night, you'd say we haven't because we did look poor as much as we got through it. So, yeah. At first, I thought because Lampard had kind of figured out how we play, maybe he would have been a bigger threat in this game. He would have made it very tight like it did at Old Trafford and 0-0. And I was thinking to myself, maybe Tuchel is still new. He doesn't know what to expect from United. But then I remembered, we played him in the Champions League and he schooled us in the second leg. Like, we went with the very same tactic, sit back and counter, and it didn't work the second time.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the first time we're playing Tuchel. To be fair to Malota, you know, in my head, it feels like it's the first time Ole and Tuchel are going head to head, but it's not. It really isn't. I think it's 1-1 on paper, right? We beat Tuchel once, Ole beat, and Tuchel beat Ole once. So yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. So he has an idea what to expect from United, and what will happen? I don't know. Maybe I'm too kind to Ole, but I do think we can win the game. I think Chelsea aren't amazing yet. They're decent, but they're not amazing yet. And I think if we play to our strengths, which is a problem in itself, that also one dimensional, but if we play to those strengths in this game, I think we can win. I think, as we say, they're amazing going forward. We just sit back. I think we can handle them.
That's it.
And
Yeah.
if we just use our pace on the counter, I think as much as they're decent defensively, I think Arsenal and Atletico Madrid are the biggest test they've faced so far. And I think we can beat them.
I was actually gonna ask Clayton that because Clay, we obviously know Tuchel plays possession football, so they're gonna probably have a lot of the ball. I'm not saying he's going to definitely do it because it's United. He could very much change his tactics, sit deep, be like, do you have the ball? Try to do something. A draw is not a bad result really for us, even though they would probably try to nick a win. But I do feel like Tuchel, especially because of the top four race, he will want to beat us, and I think he will carry on playing the way he's been playing. So he's gonna have a lot of possession, which means what can United do? They tactic, sit back, counter, and that's where all my hope is. I'm hoping Chelsea kind of do play the normal way under Tuchel, and that we are on it. I can't even say our counter attacking will work when we're not on it because United still have to be on it. I need the players to be on it for our counter attack to work. But yeah, Clay, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that Tuchel's not going to change anything? He's going to play his possession game. We'll counter and we'll win, or we'll get to the score prediction. But in general,
Yeah, I think he'll come to dominate possession. I definitely think he's going to try just control the ball, play the five at the back. And I think he's just going to make life very difficult because we're going to see probably about 5 people back on every attack. We're not going to have an easy job countering. He's probably going to play Conte and like Jorginho or someone like that, which are 2 people who really do like to sit in front of defenses, especially with 3 at the back that have somewhat pacey players in them right now, with like an Aspi who can keep up if he needs to against the Rashford. So I don't think our life's going to be very easy on the counter. We're going to need to be quite brilliant on our counter like we normally are. But it's just definitely going to be a tough one, and I think Tuchel may have just a bit of an idea on how to balance it all together, and he could do a good job against us. But it's all up in the air right now. I think we just need to wait for the game. There's no past to
this is the
go.
first time I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
Chelsea under Tuchel, so I don't know what I'm gonna get.
I just feel like I don't know if they can do what City did to us in the Carabao Cup, where they were so good at holding the ball that we got nothing. Yes, I think we didn't help ourselves by playing Pogba, and that just messed up our counter. So I really hope Ole keeps it simple. Pacey players, Rashford, hopefully Danjay is fit, and we just give the ball to them on the turnover ball. And I don't know if they can be as tidy with the ball because City were extremely tidy with the ball in that game, and we just got none of it. I think we can catch them on turnover ball a lot of the time, and because of that, I think we will have a good game.
Yeah, I don't know. Only for the reason that they have like really class centre mids. That's the thing right now. They have some of the best centre mids in the league right now with Jorginho, with Kovacic, with Conte. They have really good players that can travel with the ball, that can hold the ball up, that can pick up that very clean pass, whether it be long or short. So I think it's going to be a big ask of our midfield to be able to win at those loose balls and try and actually make something happen. Because they're going to be very compact. They're going to make sure they get the best out of their players right now. And it's going to be a very tough ask.
And let's talk about our players and this predicted team on my left because this is where it comes down to where I'm worried: injuries and the players who are available for this game. Obviously, David De Gea will play. There's really no doubt about it. It's still Ollie's first choice. Luke Shaw will play back in the team. He's amazing, so no problems there. Now, I put Baye there. I don't think Ollie will do it, but it is vital if we are going to win this game. Because I tell you what, I'm willing to say this now. Spoiler alert. If we play Maguire and Lindelof, I don't even see us drawing the game. I think we're 100%, well, okay, you never say 100%, 90% losing the game against Chelsea if we play Lindelof and Maguire. And I think Ollie, especially after the Europa League game, has to realize, hey, Baye when he plays with Maguire, no troubles. Baye when he plays with Lindelof, no troubles. Maguire and Lindelof, troubles. What's the common denominator for good centre-back partnerships? Baye.
Lindelof and Maguire.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So Ollie clearly failed math. But I'm telling you, Ollie, I'm correcting you. No. Baye has to play this game. But guys, I know how to do. You boys are gonna say Lindelof, Maguire.
Probably.
It's going to be them, I feel. And weirdly enough, in these type of games, they're not as horrible as they
Yeah, because
are
we
in the games
protect
we
the
play
shit
high
out of
We
them.
lines.
sit on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sit on them.
In these games, our defense seems very drilled because I guess
Wow.
of the objective. Just sit back. No, yeah, they do. I feel like in terms of concentration wise, because I feel like sometimes even in those bigger games, in those smaller games where we're playing Vanilla for Maguire, it's not really the high line. It's just stupid decisions sometimes and just not being on it and just not marking your man. I feel like in these type of games, and I refer to Liverpool at Anfield more so, they just look like they are prepared to just sit and just watch everything and be on it. And it's better in these type of games. But with that said, I still do think Bailly is the better choice. I think if it's going to be a bold move, I think if we play Bailly as much as we can to end the season, we don't even have to worry about top four. I think he makes us
I
that much
agree.
better.
I agree.
And I think Ole needs to realize that. He needs to play him as much as he can.
I agree. I think if Bayer played against when we play the relegation teams, we don't give away those silly points. So Bayer, Ollie, if you're listening somehow, I beg on behalf of all the United fans, please pick Eric Bailly, and I don't care who else is next to him. Just Bailly has to play. But anyways, Wan-Bissaka will play. He obviously got 45 minutes rest, so that's okay. Now, boys, where we have problems. Oh, boys, we got problems in this midfield. No Donny. No Pogba, no Scott, no Mata.
Scott.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
If he is fit, he won't play a full 90. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
So
None of those guys will play full 90.
that is not even it's up for debate. That is the midfield we are playing against Chelsea.
Fred and Axel.
And I tell you what, boys, that midfield, Rip Bruno, Rip Martial, Rip Rashford, Rip Mason, they ain't ever getting the ball. Because Matic will win it, Fred will win it back, but then it's not going to go anywhere after that. I don't have much hope for those guys. We needed a Pogba or a Donny. So yeah, I don't. This is where the major concern for me also comes in. I don't trust this midfield to win the midfield battle and win us the game. So. But what can Oli do? What do you guys think Oli should do?
I think if there's any chance of Scott being fit, I think Ole will start him. I think he'll rather play him for the first 50 minutes than bring him on.
Yeah,
knowing Ole
100%,
can assist.
100%, yeah, 100%.
And I don't know if I'll be completely against that because I feel like we do need that energy, that robustness that they can give us. And in this type of game, it's very simple: get the ball, release it. Just play a ball forward and don't complicate things. We're not going to hold the ball for too long. We're just going to be very good on transition. And Matic, sometimes I feel like he can slow that down and kind of mess that up. So, yeah, if these two are going to play, Matic, I don't know, he's just going to have to pick up the pace a little. And I think for Fred, this is the type of game that flourishes. I think he's good in these type of games. And Bruno's Bruno. So we'll see, but this midfield is a worry.
Okay.
Personally, I think if we want to just aim to counter, this is probably the best midfield that we should always be playing in these type of games, which is why we do see something similar to this 90% of the time with McFred instead. But I kind of disagree with you and saying that McTominay should be starting ahead of Matic if he is fit, only for the reason that McTominay completely just ruins all interplay. As much as Matic can slow it down, I'd rather have a slow interplay versus just no interplay. That's kind of the issue I'm seeing right now. As much as he will be an energizer bunny just darting past everyone, he's going to just lob a ball forward and completely miss the target every single time, 9 out of 10 times. I'm not confident in his passing ability and his interplay right now. So I'd much rather be playing a Matic and a Fred. And the Fred can always be the engine that drives out. And that's what we should be aiming
I'm
to
hoping
play.
for a good performance from Fred because we need him.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. But I feel like in these type of games, we've played it successfully to a certain extent with McTominay and Fred. So
Yeah, McFred.
Yeah.
I'd rather just go
I
with
don't
what
think-
we've done.
I just don't think that's what we should associate those wins with, I think there's more going on in that win than McTominay half passing to someone and just side-to-siding with Fred until Bruno decides to come pick it up and then something happens. As much as I get where you're coming from, I do think that there still can be room for improvement despite our past results. And I think a Matic is going to be better than McTominay overall. And I'd rather just take a slightly slower interplay with someone that can actually see and read the game, especially in a game where we are playing such a defensive unit. He's the closest thing we've got to someone who can break through those lines right now with a pass.
That's sad.
So then, why do you think Ole plays? Why do you think
Yeah,
Ole
Ole
plays
got-
McTominay in these type of games? Because I feel like there'll be a lot of times where Matt is
Favoritism.
fit.
I can tell you that, boy.
boy.
Favoritism is why Scott McTominay plays.
Yeah. Because again, why would Donny not play? Because Donny was fit for all those games too, as long as Matic was. You know, it's purely favoritism. I don't know what it is.
Favoritism.
He just likes the boy. That's all he is. That's all it is.
What I would say, maybe it's the energy off the board defensively. But then again, McTominay's quite shit in terms of tackling and playing as a CDM. So
Yep.
yeah.
Who knows? Who knows how
I
that
can't
brain works?
justify no.
Yeah. Who knows how that brain of Oli works? But anyways, Oli boy, you're gonna have to make that midfield work somehow. I don't know how, but you're gonna have to make it work. Front three. Now there is players available for our front three. Don't get me wrong, but there is no Cavani. So is it finally the time? And no, oh, actually no. Before I say that, and Dan James, I cannot tell you whether he is fit or whether he's not fit. So it's a 50-50 on Dan James. So that's why I left him out. But is it finally time? It's time to see the Holy Trinity back leading the line for United. Because I think it is. Mason is in good form. Tony, Hardik, but you can't do anything else, boys. You're not Hardik. Cavani is injured, it's over. You play Tony, and you're never going to drop Marcus Rashford. So, basically what I'm saying is, James being that 50-50 is probably we're going to see the OG front three back. And I'm very excited about it, to be honest with you. I want to see that front three. You guys?
So that can happen. We might think that Marshall maybe is the one to drop because overall his form is not completely great. But trying to get into Ola's mind, I think they're going to push Dan James and probably going to make it. And a surprise doesn't drop Mason because still he's going to prefer Martial. And we're going to see Rashford, Martial, Dan James. That's what I
I
think.
tell you what, boys. I tell you what. If Mason Greenwood is the guy who gets dropped for Dan James, I don't rate us winning this game even more. Because, good luck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good luck, United. I know the kid is scoring goals, but good luck.
He's improved. He really has.
Yeah.
And it's in the simple things, really. Like, he does better, which, for me, is what I want.
Squad. That's the issue here. As much as he has been...
It's weird, though. It's weird, though, because Mason gets the ball, and his footwork is incredible. But I feel like lately, that's just it. There's not much end product. With Dan James, what I realized, clearly they're telling him get the ball and make the best pass or make a pass. And in the past few games, I've really been rating that. And I feel like his runs and movement has improved. So just purely from intelligence and creativity, I want Dan James to start this game.
Creativity and intelligence is why Moloto wants Dan James to start. I would never...
That sounds mad.
I would beg to differ that I'd
mad.
rather have Dan James for his goal scoring threat because this
Yeah,
man
if you
has
said goal scoring, I'd be like,
prime
"Get out,
R9, you know, this man's getting to positions, man, just everywhere and picking up loose balls. Like that's what I would want from Dan James in this game. I'd want him to pick up a loose ball if Mendy had a fumble or something. I want him to be on the end of another Bruno header like that again. I want him to be in those positions because nobody else is in this team right now. That's the only case I would make for him. Otherwise, I would take Mason or Ahmad 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, 100%. Ideally, probably what we're saying is the right front three to pick in terms of form is Rashford on left, Greenwood down the middle, Dan James on the right. That's probably our most informed front three at the moment.
Yeah,
So,
I agree with that.
yeah, but he probably won't.
Love to see that.
He probably won't. So, yeah, this is probably, I would say, 90% of your team. Midfield injuries, front three injuries. The bye one, I leave it up to you guys. Well, I don't leave it up to you guys. Probably all of you guys will say bye, but you leave it up to Ollie to see what happens. And I'm gonna give. Should we do? Yeah, let's do the score predictions before we do the infamous combined 11. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to go first because I've been getting it kind of right lately, so I'll stick to going last. Who wants to start the depression first?
It's fine, I'll go first. Won't be an open game. Chelsea are going to hold out the ball, but then they won't create much. So that'll be that. And we are going to sit back and try counter. And I think we will win this game 1-0, maybe from a Bruno penalty.
Hey, I take it. I take it.
Yeah. So anything right now with Chelsea is, I feel like they're creating a lot of chances. I just don't think they're getting used to the chances just yet. And right now, it looks like we're gonna have to deal
Don't
with
worry.
Giroud through the middle.
When United come into town, great. Everyone turns into prime Barcelona. So all those chances that they weren't
Exactly.
scoring, I would probably say
Exactly.
they
Don't
got
worry, they're all
scored.
gonna go straight.
Yeah,
back
they're
into
all gonna go
Giroud and
straight
put
back
him
in.
on to him.
Yeah.
And we're gonna cry a little, and it's gonna be okay. But yeah, the worst part is I feel like Tuchel can get this right. I have a very good inclination that he can get this right, and
Yeah,
he
so-
can steal a win in like a 1-0 fashion.
So
that's
what-
what
I
my
think-
gut- that's
So
right
1
now.
0 Chelsea.
That's what my gut. Yeah, that's what my gut's at right now.
And I feel like we have a good record here. Over the Premier League in general, these guys.
Dead.
Great timing.
I was gonna
Point
say.
is null and void.
I was gonna say what the heck. I was gonna say, is this game away or at home?
We are
It's
away.
away.
We're playing at Stamford.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, maybe I read our chances.
I think
a
our
little bit more
record-
now.
Yeah, that's. You're back.
I think our record over the last few
Exactly.
years. Sorry about that. I think our record over the last few years at Stamford Bridge has improved a lot, and we don't really lose much there anymore. So, yeah, I think we'll get a decent result.
So Clay, yeah. Now that you know we're playing
Wow.
away, you change your mind.
Well, just to counter Maloto, we won at Stamford Bridge last time and the time before that, and then we lost at home to Chelsea. It looks
No, I
like
mean,
we're
at
just
Stamford
great away
Bridge.
teams against each other. Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
just
at
great
Stamford
away
Bridge.
teams, both of us. Whoever's away is going to win this game. That's what it looks like right now.
Yeah.
But they used to smack us here, actually. I
Yeah.
think, I don't know if you guys heard me say the stats, but I think they've beaten us the most in the history of the Premier League, Chelsea, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
They've been
I didn't know that.
11 times since 2010, and we've beaten them 12
I remember
times.
hearing the stats a couple of years ago. So
That's very interesting.
over the Premier League era, they've beaten us the most out of any other
So
team.
Clay, you want to change your result? You're gonna go 1 0 Chelsea. Style.
The away really does change things. That's the terrible part of United. We don't perform at home. I would 100% back the 1-0 loss if we were at
Yeah.
home. But now that throws it up. I'll just take the draw, make it 1-1
Yeah, that's probably the safest one.
for sure.
Now, let me do my thing. Let me do the processing, guys. Yeah. I'll tell you as simple as this, boys. If James and McLovin play, we're losing this game. However, if Dan James doesn't play and we play Maguire and Bailly or anyone and Bailly, there's a better chance. We're away. Our away record is very good. We're still undefeated for who knows how long. And the weirdest thing is, I feel like we're gonna lose, which probably means we're gonna win. But oh, I don't know why. You know what? Okay. My brain says 3-0
If I'm not-
Chelsea. My brain says 3-0
Yeah.
Chelsea.
You
Yep.
think we could get smacked?
I think we're gonna get smacked.
Dude, that's
but
not gonna happen. That's not gonna
but
happen.
for the benefit of my own team, I'm gonna say we're gonna shithouse a 2-1. Like we're gonna shithouse a 2-1 win. So
Yeah.
that's what I think is gonna happen.
If I'm not mistaken, we won this game last season playing a similar team. Clay, do you think you can check?
What do you mean a similar team though?
Like the
Like,
lineup?
playing at 5 at the back or our lineup? Or
No, I mean,
Our lineup.
Yeah, our lineup, yeah.
Let's take a look at the last
No
game.
Pogba.
No, the beautiful no. There's a mix.
No, I mean,
Back.
at Stamford Bridge.
Well,
last one at
Stamford
Stamford
Bridge.
Bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one Stamford Bridge. This was a while ago, admittedly. Oh my gosh, we had 5 back. Yeah, this was De Gea, Shaw, Maguire, Bailly, Williams, Fred, Matic, Aaron, Bruno, Martial, Dan James.
Damn, it's written in the stars then. It's written in the stars. It's written in the stars. The team is gonna be picked. Not the 5 back, but you know the 4 back basically with Dan James again and this midfield. So yeah, fuck, why?
So I
Oh.
think it'd be similar performance. In that game, I remember we set back, we countered.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
Bruno.
If either
think
a draw is
Maguire
possible.
scored his
Yeah,
header.
that's what I'm saying. A draw is possible.
Yeah.
But I think if Chelsea wins, they're gonna smack us. And if we win, I think we're gonna shithouse it. That's just what I think. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those, I think. So we'll just have to see. Now, to the juicy part, to where all the Chelsea fans and friends of mine want to know. The rules are as always with combined 11s. Only plays that are available for this game, unfortunately, and we'll always play a 4-3-3, the proper 4-3-3, one holding, basically 2 cams, 2 box, whichever you want. So I'm just gonna erase these two.
Dude, I'm so taking the piss today. Oh my gosh.
The proper 4-3-3 boys. I'm not gonna even erase the hair, right? Like the hair.
No chance.
Yeah, no, it's definitely there. I mean, I don't think Mendy has done enough.
Yeah.
Even though the hair's not perfect, I
Definitely
think
not. Remove.
it was still better.
That's
Remove.
simple.
Mhm.
I'm not erasing him off either. Luke Shaw.
No chance in hell.
No
Ben
chance.
Shaw's not good enough. And Marcus Alonso, who's probably going to play, is definitely not better.
Exactly.
Yeah, no chance. Yeah, form-wise as well, he's been fantastic. So it's definitely sure.
Now I will erase.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Basically, who's the first choice Chelsea defender we take? If we can have any of the centre backs, who we taking first? Because
I
I
would take Zuma, for being honest.
nice.
Massive,
I was gonna
very
say
quick.
I was gonna say Rudiger.
Yeah, Rudiger scored that terrible own goal. That's why I don't like him.
Wow.
I don't like him because of that. That was such a bad own goal to concede.
Well,
Don't need Phil
the
Jones back in
vote
my
is in
goal.
your hands, boy.
I want Zuma. I 100% want Zuma.
No Thiago Silva. Nice. No Thiago Silva.
No, not a chance. Sadly.
Guys, you're gonna hate what I'm about to do.
It ain't Maguire, but I'm not gonna put Maguire on the board.
I'm thinking Maguire.
You're not, boy. I'm sticking
I'm
with you,
thinking
Zuma. I'm picking Zuma. We're gonna end it there.
I think Maguire's better than both Zuma and Rudiger. I said it. I really do.
No, fam.
I think he's better than
Zuma was
both of them.
Chelsea's top scorer for some of the season. You know that, right? And he's just so fast.
Yeah,
too.
but defensive.
so quick. He's Maguire, but fast. Why would you not want
He's
that?
Maguire, but fast. Literally, that's
That's
it.
literally what he is.
Defensively,
Maguire,
defensively, I think it's just okay. Yes, he scores
Where's
lots of headers. That's
Maguire,
great.
though? Maguire's just
I think
like-
Maguire's. I think Maguire playing with that specific partner there, I think is better.
So you're saying Maguire and Zuma is better than like Maguire and Bailly?
Yeah, I guess that would make sense actually. I guess that would make sense.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna ask him because I left Bailly there now. I would probably still put Bailly in. I mean, I do like Rudiger, but I'll probably still keep Bailly. I think Bailly deserves a shot, and he's fit for this game. So
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll try to be as fair as possible. I think Baye is a better player, but the man's always injured, so I'm gonna go with Zuma. So Zuma and Maguire.
okay, well, fair.
Yeah, so the vote it evens out.
It evens out, yeah.
That's fine.
So Zuma will have to get in and then play. I'm guessing you're gonna vote for Bailly.
Yeah, 100%. He's the best
So
defender.
I would vote for Bailly as well. So it's 2 votes Bailly. So Bailly stays.
Exactly.
Right back. I'm not having it. I don't have it.
There's no chance. No contest.
I have a feeling Clay will say otherwise.
They can
Oh,
scream all they want.
I'm 100% all for Aaron. I just want to say Reeshames is somewhat close. It's like just a tier below.
It's not as
So
far as you think. Yeah, that's what I'll say. It's not as far as you think. But for us, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 100%. I know Chelsea fans are pulling out their hair because they're gonna have to say Reece James. And by all means, it's, if you're a Chelsea fan, I back it. I back Reece James. You obviously pick Reece James. We're obviously gonna pick Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So that's DM. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. There's only one. There is
Oh
only
no,
one.
no.
There's only one.
Who
Come
is
on.
it?
Golo.
Come on, boy. It's N'Golo Kante.
It's only literally one. There's only one.
You have anyone else in mind?
It's hard enough.
You want Matic?
It's
You
a
want
genius.
Fred?
Right.
No way. He's the best DM in the world, like hands down. Never mind between the two starting 11s in the world, he's the best DM.
He was the best DM in the world and probably is, but I don't think
Like the past 5 years, man, it's so good.
I still
not
take
the
him.
last
I
season.
still take him over
I think he's
Fred
been
and
okay in the
Matic.
last season, okay? And I think that's because the manager isn't playing him out of position.
He
So
just picked
the
Cam.
question is, the question is who's been better over the last few? Him, Fred, and
Kante.
instead of
I think
DM,
Kante recently as well.
yeah, I'll have to say Kante, I guess. But I don't think it's as
It's not. Yeah, it's the same
hard
thing.
as
It's
you
the same thing with the Aaron Wan-Bissaka reshape thing. It's not as far as people think. But yeah, I'm choosing
Yeah.
Kante still.
Just moved up.
Right now we are. I mean, he gets in easy, nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, don't even need to discuss
I
it.
don't have to discuss that.
Gets into any team.
Gets into any team in the
bottom
world.
11 in the Premier League.
yeah. Next to him. Now, I feel like we're gonna have 3 different votes here. So I'll go last. Who would you pick?
I know who I'm picking immediately. I'm good.
Mason Mount. I think he's been the most consistent over the season.
Okay.
So I want to go with Mason Mount.
Clay?
Mateo Kovacic.
Fair. However, I agree with Maloto. I would have 100% chose Mason Mount as well. I think I love Mason Mount, so.
Kovacic is a good player, and I saw that end of last season, but I don't think he's been consistent enough this. So I think this guy has been the most consistent in the midfield this season.
Yeah.
The issue with Mount is that he's been playing winger for most of the season. He's been playing out wide in most formations under Frank.
That's a fair point.
Now, so that's why I didn't really consider him there, but I definitely do like Mount a lot. So
Oh,
Mount-
yeah. I was expecting you to say Mount, actually. I was like, you know what?
So
Maloto
we-
will say something, and then we'll say Mount.
Weird team.
It's a
It's
mad
a
weird
weird team.
team.
This
It's a
is
very
this is
weird
part
team.
of the team win the Premier League in your guys.
We'll get there. We'll get. That's how we ended off. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Left wing Rashford.
It's Rashford versus Werner at this point, so
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's Rashi, yeah.
It's Rashford.
The numbers say Rashi. The numbers say Rashi.
alone, yeah.
Okay, Liège. Let me just. Yeah. Man, I can't believe. I don't even want to write it. Giroud.
Sure, that's to be true. in
Only
my
for
opinion.
striker team. So
Yeah, and he's been the most consistent out of all of them, including
God,
Cavani.
this team is disgusting. Yeah. Even this one, even the writing one is it's a violation. Because it's Hudson Odoi versus Greenwood or Daniel James. Because Ziyech, I don't think Ziyech's fit. So if Ziyech was fit,
he is fit.
oh, is he fit? Okay, well
Yeah.
then I vote
been
Ziyech.
fit.
I don't even care
Just
what
so you
form
know,
Ziyech is in.
Tuchel's been saying that he has literally just neglected Ziyech and he's going to give him more chances going forward now. He hasn't been injured. He just hasn't been picked.
Oh, okay. I thought he was freaking injured, but then I'm still picking Ziyech.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. I was gonna say form, but then I feel like the others have been so poor that little spell that Ziyech had where he was doing great is equivalent to the rest of it, either way.
Next,
So,
Mason hasn't had his
time to
spell
go
yet. Hudson Odoi.
Yeah.
think
Yes, I'll go
really
Ziyech.
good.
It's been really good, but it seemed like Mason's been really good. It's just so.
Yeah, I agree. And this team,
This team, boys. I don't like this team. I don't like this team. What is this?
I think the on paper team with everybody fit would be much stronger.
No, yeah, 100%.
Just
100%. Now, God, that team does not win the Premier League. You guys, sorry, you guys think that team wins the Premier
They'll
League?
compete. I think they compete. Honestly,
I
don't
think
they'll win.
this
Make
team
one
is
change and I'd say
dead.
compete 100%.
What, the striker?
I think
No, Mount. I don't want Mount. I want Kovacic. I want a complete centre mid that can just completely boss the midfield while Bruno travels forward. Conte.
I feel like if you have Kante there sitting, Mount and Bruno can just have the
Yeah,
time.
I agree with
of their
Malota as
life.
well. I agree with Malota
They
as well.
can just wreck. And I guess the problem is, will Giroud be consistent? But he doesn't need to. He has Rashford's goals, he has Bruno's goals.
But let's just be honest, right? Let's just be
So-
honest quickly. If everyone was fit, obviously Pogba gets there, right? So let's just
Nah, yeah.
let's just
I don't know
look
about
how-
Clay.
look how
I don't
much
think
stronger
Clay
this team
agrees
is.
with.
Yeah, I wouldn't just put him like Pogba, but yeah.
Right? If everyone was
Well,
fit,
my Pogba hate train, don't worry.
if everyone was fit, oh my goodness, what the hell?
But then Pogba is the equivalent to Kovacic. That's the point I'm trying to make as well. He is that type
You-
of player.
You need to wash your
Is he
mouth.
though?
So what?
Is he though?
Kovacic
He
is
has more-
nowhere near Paul Pogba. Nowhere near his standard, nowhere near his
Kovacic-
boot.
Kovacic is an 8 who plays a decent 6. I think Pogba can play as
A shit six,
a
yes.
6. He's not bad at it. He's not horrible at it. But I think in terms of being an 8 and a 10 or whatever you like, he's miles ahead of Kovacic in my opinion.
If everyone, okay, so if everyone's
8 to
fit,
10, or
does
not
everyone
6 to
agree
10.
that would be the team if everyone is fit?
what are we saying? Are we saying on paper? On paper, yeah, okay, Cavani has done better than Werner. So yeah, I guess Cavani overall.
Yeah, well,
Can't argue that.
I can see Giroud argument still, but you'd probably pick Cavani.
If we're looking at their
fan-
careers as a whole, there's no striker who gets close to Cavani. I'm not having it.
Giroud. What are you on
mean,
about?
Giroud-
No, there's no way. I refuse. I think Giroud has great numbers, but I refuse to believe his numbers are as good as Cavani. No way.
I want to look now. I'm actually curious.
I think his numbers are probably nowhere near Cavani.
I would assume not, but I'm actually
They're
curious.
probably better than we think.
They're probably better than
Probably better than we think. But I think Cavani is. I mean, Giroud was starting from the bench most of the time on the bench. But I just don't see how he can have Cavani's
Giroud
numbers.
got carried to a World Cup medal.
Hey, don't hate though. Don't hate.
Hey,
His hold up was very influential in that season.
Dude, my mom's hold up could have been very influential in that game
No. I think what's his name? Griezmann was playing off him really well in that World Cup season.
too. Yeah, like I said, Griezmann could play off my mom very well in that French team as well. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. There was a man who got a free trophy in his life. It's Giroud.
This guy.
It's been class. Like, I can't hate him though lately. It's been class, so it is what it is. You know.
But overall, he gets the numbers.
Yeah, boy, I see
but
your
he
face.
struggles
Yeah,
with
don't even say anything, boy. Don't even say anything. I see your face. It's probably not good. Just leave it at that. Exactly. Yeah, but let's look at this team, right? How many United players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we just edged it. Oof. Oof. But then, you know, I'm looking at where we edge it. And it's not where I want to be edging it. You know?
Yeah.
So,
No,
because like from here. Ooh. So basically what we're saying is Chelsea's attack is better than ours. Which is crazy.
It also says that Bruno and Rashford carry us.
Yeah.
The amount of goals we get from those two is insane.
Exactly. I mean,
Because-
Chelsea fans, let us know if you agree with this, you know? I think we've been kind of fair, to be honest. That is pretty fair.
We have.
It's mad fair, actually. I could have been a dickhead and said Martial still. But I'm
You're
not
gonna be
going
like,
to,
we're second. Shut up.
Exactly, second. Know your place, Chelsea fans. Come on. But yeah, boys, that's your combined 11. That's your score predictions. Maloto said 1-0 to us. Clay said 1-1. I said we're either going to get smacked 3-0 or we're going to shithouse a 2-1. So there we go. Is there anything else you guys want to say before I end it off?
Nah, we'll win this weekend with 9 points clear. You know, we'll finish the season well, and hopefully.
Well, that's
we'll
what they
win
get you.
2
When you think we're
trophies,
going to
we'll
win.
do a double,
You see-
make top 4.
But this is
You know.
our hope. Every time our hope is like this with United, then you see this. This is reality. Bam! Gone.
Nah,
Out.
not the season, mate. Gonna
I'm
make
telling
top 4, win 2 trophies.
Wait.
Go in the summer, sign
Win 2
Rice,
trophies.
Sancho. We're gonna sign Koundé. We're gonna come back and just win the Premier League. It's gonna be perfect.
Is there anything else you want to say about your
My
Giroud
final
stat?
words, yeah. My final words are respect Kovacic and we can move.
Respect Mount, come on. You like Mount.
Yeah, but I like Kovacic more in the sense, man.
Fair. Let us know. I mean, Chelsea fans, I'll leave this in your hands. Look, actually, no, they're going to violate Mount. I don't know why Chelsea fans don't like Mount. They're going to violate
I don't know why
Mount.
they're hating on
Yeah,
Mount.
also. But it's probably like why a lot of United fans hate Rashford. But anyways, I'm not going to get into that conversation. Chelsea fans, let us know who you'd pick over Kovacic and Mount. Let us know if we get that team spot on. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, like I said, do subscribe, do smash a like, comment down below, and all I'm gonna say is, fucking despise Chelsea. Like I really don't like Chelsea. Like they're probably the team I hate second most behind Liverpool. So this is not a nice game for me. I just hope we win and get out of it, to be honest. And yeah, from us, the RDA gents, we will check you on Sunday evening for our match reaction, which is hopefully a good one.